Let's go. Yo. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast. And that's facts.
What's good, Chicago? It's your boy Trax, the host with the most, and my guy Annie Up, and we're here on this beautiful Monday. Thank God it's Monday, and thank God you guys are in the building. I hope everybody's doing good and staying cool as a cucumber, or cooler than the other side of the pillow. Regardless, man, get yourself some shelter and some cool beverages, some cool water, whatever it takes for you not to get overheated, man. It is hot out here.
Yes,
Tell them
sir.
about it, Annie Up. Tell them about it, bud.
Man, I mean, listen, man. I'm not going out there unless I have to. I'm a summertime guy myself, but this is a little ridiculous. So I'm just steering clear. I think I caught a little heat exhaustion Saturday. I'm sorry. So I've been real laid back and subdued. So I'm glad to be in a cool setting, talking about some cool Bears news.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And last but not least, man, save the best for last.
Right.
As my sister says, you cannot rush perfection. You can only hope to contain it. How you doing, Trey?
Man, I've had quite the day, but I'm doing pretty good. Feels good to finally be still, and and some nice AC, and ready to talk Bears.
For all you don't know, man, this guy entertains more than Cedric the Entertainer. This guy is crazy busy on Mondays. He's playing catch up with everything the whole weekend, Monday through Friday, Saturday. I mean, really, like he's working Monday because his day off. He's grinding. So it's so when he comes in on Mondays, it's like a photo finish. I almost think if we just go ahead and bump it up to 8, it might help us out. But we'll talk later. Right now, what we're going to talk about is Caleb, man. Caleb, man. I mean, here's the deal with Caleb, guys. We have a situation that's brewing. It's been talked about for a while, right?
Yeah.
For a while. And I'm not sure what just happened there. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. It's been talked about for a while about Caleb coming in a little hot, folks. A few things that was said, some things that should be said. And listen, I mean, here's the deal. At the end of the day, when big things are given, big things are required. So I understand that. And he talked about Ben Johnson, and that's pretty easy to do, right? Ben Johnson, on paper, he is the real deal, man. He is already coming in, checking folks, keeping, attitudes at the door. I mean, what do you think so far, Annie Up? What do you think, Trey, about this attitude, this swagger that Ben's got coming in here with this regime and everything?
Personally, bro, it's a long time coming, for one.
Yes, sir.
I don't care about sometimes I read comments and fans say things like it's time to put up or shut up. I couldn't agree more. In the meantime, in between time, I love the moxie, I love the swagger, and let's just be real here. We haven't had a guy around here like that in a long time, so it's refreshing. And it puts pressure on. I don't mind him putting pressure on himself, because if you go out there and talk, that's pressure on you or your team. Do it. I know guys who don't talk anything and still win 2-3 games a year. So, what's the thing? But I like it, man. It's something we haven't seen around here in a while, and I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to a real solid season and coming out of the gate strong, man.
Right. Yeah. Like I feel like Ben Johnson's like no nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
He's come to do a job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know we've had coaches come in, and of course you can't help but get excited. Like when Nagy got here, we got excited. When we didn't feel that way too much.
Yeah, right.
But like when Nagy was here, we was like, I think there was some genuine excitement. offensive coordinator for the Chiefs, coming in, talking a good game, seem like you know what you're talking about. But it's a lot of word salad. It's just a lot of like catchy phrases and there's no iron team and this and that, and it's just a bunch of empty stuff. But when Ben Johnson comes, I like the way he answers questions. It's very direct, very forward. He gives you a real answer, and he just seems like he's like, I'm here to do a job. I'm here to win, and I'm gonna, of course, everybody talks about changing culture and stuff like that, but just culture just losing around here, and I think they all know that. I think they know just as well as the fans know. Like they haven't even been a part of it. Like Caleb's been here with 2 years. Ben Johnson, this is first year, and it's like they're already set to change. Like they know the fans are tired of it, and it's like it's time for a change.
Yeah, for sure.
And be honest, I think they're doing everything right. Like they made all the right moves, and they're like everything kind of makes sense. It's like, so let's see where this goes. With Ben Johnson, it starts with him, and to motivate these players, get them, not only motivate them, teach them. Like when they're doing wrong, let them know. Like let them know when they're doing wrong. Let them know when they're doing right.
Yeah.
Like make sure they stay focused.
No doubt. I agree.
Well, and the first thing that he did was he got away. Hold up. Let me turn this off real quick. I'm going to. All right. There we go. There we go.
Oh, I got the professional setup now. Okay. The headphones.
All right.
The mic.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
The first thing that he did was he got rid of the phones. He says, we're putting the phones away. This is a distraction. And that's what culture is. What can I get away with? What can I get away with as a player? And what can I allow you to get away with as a coach? Once that's taken care of, once that's established, now we can go to work, because all the other stuff is word salad. But if I make you put your phone away, I just did something, because that prior to was apparently a distraction and apparently only garnered us 5 wins. We want to watch other people make news, or do we want to be the news? And I think that's what he wants to do right now. And I think that was important. I think the whole thing with Pat Eberflus was he did not mind at all about being, your best friend. And guess what? They already got their best friend. Their best friend's already covered. They don't need a best friend. They need a daggum coach, man. Somebody that's going to call them out on the carpet, keep them accountable, make sure that I can pull out. If I'm your coach, I'm going to try to pull out the best version of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be a leader of men. I'm going to lead by example, and I'm not going to be a laid back bum. Like, seriously. How are you going to tell a cat to be serious about hits, to be about intensity when you ain't got no intensity at all? Right. The only intensity freaking Eberflus had was trying to grow out his beard, and that was it.
Right, that was the biggest improvement he made when he got his little makeover with his hair and his beard.
Bro,
most improved.
Most improved makeover. Bro, like seriously, man, you're boring me over here, Eberflus. But I mean, at the end of the day, he's out of the building. He's gone. Here's the thing about the Ben Johnson, though, too. Well, let's get back. Let's pause on Eberflus because we're not done yet. He actually said that he did, in fact, he knows that everybody did cover film. So whatever Caleb said there, and there's some stuff that's been coming out. There's some stuff that's been leaked, and guess what? It shows. It shows his immaturity. It shows how young he is. And guess what? It is now the coaching staff to sharpen that iron. It's now that coaching staff to make, diamonds. You know what I'm saying? To start the cutting process, to start cutting the teeth. And guess what? Here's the deal. It's when those lights come on. Jim Miller says this all the time on Sirius XM Radio, NFL Network. When the lights come on, it's your responsibility. And the real players, they are the ones that do that. When the lights come on, I don't start pointing the finger. Oh, well, nobody did this for me. Nobody did this for me. No, it's on me, dude. A real leader, when things are going rough, okay, they stand. Okay, so here's the deal. When you get the victory, the real leader stands behind you. I learned this in the military, folks. When we win, I get behind you and I watch you guys celebrate. When we're all in trouble, I'm in front and I take it all on. I take that all on. I'm not going to go take a nap on the freaking bench, okay? I'm not going to lay down like this, okay? After the freaking defensive line and the whole defensive team was out there for 40 minutes a game, Annie Up, make it make sense. Your defense is out. Listen, Annie Up, I'm not sure. I've never really talked about other than your amazing entertainment game. Same with you, Trey. Much respect to you, gentlemen. And not saying that that's not work, but here's the deal. Let's say it is work. Well, I was talking to Trey about this earlier. Perfect example. Trey does a collab, right? He got another DJ with him side by side. They're both spinning tracks or whatever, except they're not. Trey's doing all the work. So they're booked for a 4-hour party, and Trey sees them there for 1 hour. And when he's there, he's not really pulling his weight, is he? But, he's like, oh, man, this is a long show. Oh, man, all the customers keep coming up, and they got all these requests. They want me to play, I Carumba song and the salsa and the chicken dance. Like, what's going on, man? I'm getting hit up, and like, oh, but Trey's the one that's spinning everything. He's the one that's got to put the jams in. He's the one that's got to talk to everybody. You're just over there doing this, Hey, and you guys know, Annie Up, I'm a diehard. I'm from California. I love USC. Okay, go Trojans. And Caleb's my guy, and I was elated. You can go back. Go look at the tapes. The tapes never lie, man. Go look at tracks. I was a total meatball when he came out. But once I heard this stuff, man, I'm like, okay, this makes sense. And guess what? You got to pass, just like Annie Up says. You got to pass. Okay, let's see what you do with it. It's year 2. But guess what? All of that stuff, Annie Up, it's all out the window. You got everything, man. I made that whole combo meal. It's like rolling up to a burger joint, okay? Let's just throw a fast food joint in, okay? Let's all agree on a fast food joint. Think of something, Trey. I don't care. Fast food burger joint.
Culver's.
There we go.
Culver's. Okay, Culver's. Okay, I'm gonna get myself a cheeseburger, right? But guess what? Y'all didn't put all the toppings. You didn't put the condiments on. You didn't put the mayo. You didn't put the ketchup, the pickles, whatever it is that you like is not on there, right? So guess what? Oh, my bad. We didn't put the condiments on. We're gonna get you the French fry. We're gonna get you the cheese curds. We're gonna get you a drink. You already know I'm going with this, Annie Up. We're gonna give you everything to forget all the blemishes that you got because you didn't come as a number 1 draft pick. You come with all this baggage. You come with your dad. You come with all this stuff. You come up with this prima donna stuff. So guess what, man? Guess what? I gave you everything, bro. Now you got the mayonnaise. Now you got the ketchup. Now you got the pickles. You got all that stuff, and you still got the French fry, and you still got the what's the drink that the custard drink. Yeah, man, I'm getting hungry.
Like restaurant.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I still love the guy. Please, you guys know from Track's heart. You know where I'm coming with this. It's nothing ill, but he has a big responsibility because when those lights come on, he's got to be ready, man. And he's got everybody, Annie Up. He's got everybody, Trey. He's got 3 new offensive linemen, dogs. He's got Dolman. Dude, he's got Thuney. Thuney was with Patrick Mahomes and freaking Tom Brady, right? Oh, my God, dude. There's no excuses for that cat at all whatsoever. Like, dude, if he's blocked for the best, bro. Tom Brady is like his, what do you call it? freaking mentor. Yeah, him and Rodgers, you know. So that's my point.
Can the owner of another team be a mentor for our quarterback? That's crazy.
all these receivers and tight ends and all this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And now they just got him Case Keenum. So now listen, if you're one and you're the only iron, you ain't sharpening iron. You're just sharpening yourself, and you ain't gonna get any more sharp than you already are, right? Now they gave him Case Keenum, bros, and they gave him JT Barrett. And they gave him freaking what do you call it? Antoine. Yeah. Your guy, Ante Up. You love that guy, Antoine Randall. They gave him receivers, tight ends, running backs. I mean, bro, that I'm just saying, this is the year that he has to put up or shut up, because you saw what they did with Jared Goff. Now, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let it ride, because listen, this ain't just about track. Here's what because you guys could hear, you know, I'm not trying to be freaking Roman Catholic about this. I'm going full on Pentecostal, dude. I'm fired up about this. You know what I mean? I used to block for the quarterback, bro. I used to block for the quarterback. Idiot. I love that guy. I'm about keeping his jersey clean, okay? You know what I'm saying? Right. I want him to cook. I want him to cook, man. My job is to see, hey, man, what do you need? What do you need? I'm going to make it happen, okay? Yeah. But here's the deal. All I'm saying is this is the best situation that he could possibly in. Seriously, think of anyone. If you're a top 10, if you're a number one quarterback, are you going to a great team or are you going to a straight bootylicious team?
You got some bottom feeders. You're probably going.
You're going to the bottom, right? But dude, you want to talk about from zero to hero? This is the best opportunity, Annie, up that he could ever be in. And he went on record by saying he didn't even want to be here. He didn't even want to be in Chicago, bro. He admitted to that, man. And
my feelings are a little different about that, but I hear you.
Yeah, well, no, I want to hear it because I think your feelings are my feelings too. But I will say this: listen to the old cats, and you know who I talked to. They were from an understanding, probably as what Trey and you and me are. We're all about the same age, and I probably, if I was born again. Starting to get religious on you again. Sorry, but if I was born and I was in my 20s right now, I don't care, dude. Hell or high water, I'm doing the most to get on that field, bro. And if I get a call, guess what? Woo, baby, I'm running through that freaking wall like the Kool-Aid kid, man. You know, I mean, I'm sorry, man, but when you finally get an opportunity and it's Chicago, I get it. We've sucked for a very long time. But don't come out and say that stuff, man. And if your pop starts getting loud, say, Pops, I got this. This is my okay. Remember back? Did you guys play travel ball, AAU or anything, or any your kids or anything?
The kids,
you guys know right away. As soon as your kids go over to play travel ball, what do? Sit in the car or shut up. You're not going to talk. You're not going to chirp. You're not going to say why my kid ain't playing. None of that stuff.
Yeah,
that's what Caleb should have did to his old. Hey, listen. I love you, Pops, but this is mine. This is me. This is my game, bro. You know, so that's all I got to say, man. That's all I got to say. I love the guy. I hope he tears it up. You guys already heard me saying Super Bowl or bust a couple weeks back, but I got to call it out what it is. This is what the show's about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Now my thoughts on the maybe certain things shouldn't be repeated, but I don't villainize. I don't villainize the guy for visiting the Vikings and like, whoa, I think I like it over here, man. This is a good situation, okay. And then getting drafted by the Bears, and we got such this horrible reputation as of late. Like for instance, if Trey, if you went and they took you to the let's say Dallas facility, they got the big $1 billion facility, and that was your first visit or one of your first top visits or whatever. You went, you walk around the facility, pull up in a private jet. They wine and dine you, and you looking around. They're telling you what big part that you're gonna play immediately as soon as you step in. You know, and you like, you know what? Okay, and you visualizing it and all that, and your family like, okay, yeah, we can do this. And then the next one is another team that just haven't been on point lately, and coaches. It's a carousel for coaches and quarterbacks, and they haven't had a 4,000-yard passer and all that. If I'm with my team. If I'm with my team, I don't know how it got out. You know how this is. But if I'm with my team, I don't think it's anything wrong with me. Like, hey, man, I really like that Viking situation. You know, the Bears, I mean, maybe they might be good in the future, but right now the Vikings is where it's at. human nature, bro. You want the best situation for yourself.
They got one of the former teammates on the team, you know, with Addison's on the Vikings.
Sure. Any up, Trey, let me just interrupt one last. I swear to God, if I do it one more time, you both could slap me right outside. You to the left, you to the right. Listen, I get what you're saying. I'm 100, but listen, I got another example for you. Let's say, okay, shout out to the women in your guys' world. You guys got smiles on your faces. There's a reason why you guys are very happy men, right? So I'm not. This is just an example. Let's use Trax. I don't care. My wife, there's no way she watches this show, you know. But here's the deal, bro. She already hears me enough, right? Every once in a while, I'll hear a footstep. Oh. No, but listen. So, okay, a little while we're dating and stuff, and I leak out or I start talking to people, man, there was this bad bitch. There was this bad. Oh man. This wasn't where I wanted to go. This is where I ended up. And maybe if she, you know, tightens up a little, maybe if she does this, maybe if she does that, maybe if
you better hope she doesn't watch the show.
You know what I'm saying, though. I might be sleeping out on the street. I might need Andy up to roll up and come get me.
Hey, man, just send a call.
You're going to be on the tracks. The trains, you're going to be on the tracks for real.
Just give me an Uber. Get an Uber for the goober. No, but you guys know where I'm going with this, man. It's just wrong, bro. You don't do that, man. Yeah. Now you know what I'm saying, man.
Hypothetically, right?
Yeah.
Hypothetically.
Absolutely hypothetically. Yeah,
but I mean, you know, he's a young kid, man. You know, you can tell he's a little spoiled, you know, or probably a lot spoiled. Yeah. Whatever the case is, he's been good all his life.
Sure.
You know, he spoke out against it, but the part that's bigger than that, why I kind of don't want to keep perpetuating it, is because he's like, once he got here and got whooped around, but then, you know, we had 5 wins, but we should have had more. And he saw like, whoa, I can do this. This is what I want. That means a little more to me than saying I like the Vikings a little more because this is where, and he didn't lie on us, bro. If he totally lied and like defamed our franchise, I would be irate. He didn't lie, bro. It shouldn't have gotten out.
I'm glad
it shouldn't have gotten out, huh?
I'm glad but I'm glad you touched on this because per se, he did say that nobody helped him up in the film room. And Eberflus went around and didn't point directly at him, but he said what he said. And this is what he said. He goes, listen, every time I looked, we always hit the film room. We always studied. So where are we at with this, gentlemen? Where are we?
I take that.
And listen,
if it was anything like how it was on Hard Knocks, then he didn't do anything. Like,
all of that stuff looks forced. Let me take this real quick, and I'm not trying to be a huge Caleb bodyguard or anything, but we talk about Eberflus, bro. This guy was, listen, man. This guy Eberflus, and this is another thing. Eberflus was a defensive guy, cool. I could see him and Jalen Johnson in there chopping it up and all that. But I mean, what is he? You know, Caleb, like. That's why I'm glad we have an offensive coach. And it comes back to that. The defensive side, I love our history.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, we need an offensive guy, especially since we had the first round draft picks. So I was like, Eberflus isn't going to do it. I knew they weren't going to go and get an offensive coordinator who was just going to knock our socks off. I didn't think he would be as bad as Waldron, but it's only so much Eberflus can oversee when it comes to the quarterback position, bro. So maybe he wasn't lying.
Absolutely.
Two things can be true, man. I don't know.
Right. No, I agree. But at the same point in time, we got to call things out when they hit. And this just hit. You guys saw it. I showed you. This just hit. This is fresh off the tracks, and we got to bring it. We got to talk about it. We'll move on. We're not going to sit and marinate it unless it comes back up. But one thing did come back up, and it does parlay with what we're talking about, Trey. I talked to you about this earlier today. Like I said to you earlier, next time let's hit the record button because we could have had 2 shows today, bro. And let's call Annie up so we could have had, you know, a trifecta, the whole trinity. So, dude, listen. Peyton Manning went on to say he's got to clean up his body language. And, like, when you are down, when the chips are down, you got to be there basically for other people and be that field general and put it on your shoulders and be like, hey, pull everyone up by the bootstraps, be the leader, because that's the position.
If you didn't want that, if you wanted to be a backup, if you wanted to be a receiver, if you want to be a running back, if you wanted to be a tackle, wherever, defensive back, wherever it is, kicker, that's fine. But you picked, aside from a pitcher, you guys know a pitcher is like very difficult, and so is quarterback. The two, in my mind, aside from being like a Navy SEAL sniper or something crazy, it's a pretty difficult job, one that requires a lot from you. And so to much that is given, much is
absolutely.
I just think Caleb wore his heart on his sleeve a lot. I mean, he seems very passionate about the game. And you love that. But he's still immature when it comes. I think as he, time goes on, he'll learn how to handle those situations way better. He's just like, oh man, I want to win, just acting out like, okay, it's time to grow up, a little bit. Sometimes you might forget how young these guys are. So
yeah.
But Trey, you said, I think it was you, it might have been somebody else. We all said it. Okay, I'll just say we all said it. It's a blanket statement. NFL stands for not for long. Yeah. How quickly did we see this game pass up Mitch in Chicago? How quickly did we see 40 other something quarterbacks pass up? So I'm saying, to me, we don't have time for him to wait to year 3. Yeah. His sophomore year, this has got to be it.
I know that's why we got Ben Johnson in the building, and they're making all the right moves. They got all these coaches, and Caleb talked about that. He just said, you got a good mix of coaches, old, coaches, like young coaches, like coaches that played the game, coaches. So it's like you got a good mix of leadership there, and they're going to break it down to him. I think they're going to get him in the right place, and he has the talent. The talent's there, the ability's there, and you just get the right person to mold them. That's what I think is all about.
And please, guys, let's not act like with all the immaturity, all of the body language, all of the sacks that the guy didn't still have a solid season. We acting like he had 13 picks, 4 pick sixes, 12 touchdowns, 2,100 yards. The guy still balled. He could have been better, but I mean.
No. We're not. We already know he had over 3,000 yards passing, over 20 touchdowns.
With a trash stat. So now we got a guy who's Ben isn't going. We didn't need Peyton Manning to say anything about body language, but thanks, legend. We got our coach, Ben Johnson, clearly clearing. He's right in his face. I don't think Caleb has had the type of coaching that Ben is going to provide along with the rest of the coaching staff, 1. And 2, he knows he just wasn't held accountable because the coaches didn't hold anyone accountable last year. So I think it will be an easy fix. And then when you balling and winning, you probably don't got time for bad body language, in my opinion.
Right. And then Caleb also said he was like, he's like pretty much, and without, he said the G version of, he said pretty much, Ben Johnson was getting on his ass about stuff. He said, yeah, man, he got some choice words for me. I can't say them right here.
Go tell your dad that.
Well, right. When you got somebody that's going to check you, and when you're wrong, and let you know what the right thing to do is. But then again, he said, yeah, he's hard on us and all of that. But then he went on to say he'll come into the quarterback room and make a joke or something, and make it fun to be there. So he makes it a pleasant place, let you know I'm still a human being. There's a good balance. It's like it's not all this and that, but that's good to have a good balance. They go eat lunch together and stuff like that.
I agree.
Right. So that shows you a lot more about them, not just as football players, but as men.
Yeah.
And you can really appreciate something like that.
For sure. I agree, bro.
Yeah.
But until those character changes, until they're made and they stay where they're at, okay? When he puts that at bay, then guess what? Then he can look back and say, hey, I told you, and I finally got, but until then, I'm glad that Ben is in the building that helps him keep accountable instead of us fans.
Yeah.
Because you know what's going to happen if us fans were out there as a coach? We'd be mesmerized at all the amazing stuff we could do, and we'd take it easy on him and be like, oh, well, you had 20 touchdowns. You had 9 interceptions. You had over 3,000 yards passing.
6 interceptions.
Just go. What is it? Upside down.
Yeah, I thought he had a lot of big overreactions. I didn't like how he handled. I called into the radio station a few times, and I was just like, I said, he's really not great at handling. When things go wrong, he's like, oh, I'm like, yeah, you can't. You got to calm that down.
Yeah, because that is where when he first came in, they were getting really hard on him, and you guys saw those shows that everybody was beating me up about the fingernails and crying in his mama's lap. I defended him. The tapes are right there. I defended him, man. They were calling him the worst stuff about, his bags and his purses and merces and everything that he had and his
everything besides football.
And then they were telling me that I was going to paint my fingernails and wear all the crazy Miss Doubtfire stuff he wears. And they were on your boy tracks, bro. They were killing me, bro. I think they were having more fun with me than they were Caleb before the show was over, because I wore my heart on my sleeve. You guys know that already. So all I'm saying is, man, that this is put up or shut up time. And guess what? His back's up against the wall, and this is where you can define greatness. So let's hold him accountable. And on the other side, we could be like, "That's my dog. I knew he had it in him," but it took all of that. It took all of that to get him out of there, because I think everywhere he's went, look at Oklahoma, dude. Spencer Rattler, he is the worst freaking used car salesman I've ever seen in the history of ever. I put him right up there with my boot camp, or not my boot camp, my what do you call it? My recruiter, my military recruiter. You guys know what my military recruiter said when I asked him about how Chicago was like. I'm from California. He goes, "You ever watch Chicago Cubs game?" "Oh yeah, I watch Chicago." "It's nice, ain't it? The ivy's out there, the sun, all that. Oh, they're having a good old time eating hot dogs, drinking cold beer, the sun. Yeah, it's like that year round. Yeah. Oh, hey, you ever watch Ferris Bueller's? It's a party all the time, man. It's one of the most peaceful, beautiful, warm place. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it." I'm like, all right, bet. So guess what happens, man? I pull up, long surfer hair, blonde hair. I'm 19 years old. 19 years old. I got my Hard Rock Cafe tank top on, Trey. Hard Rock Cafe tank top, my surfboard shorts, because all of us California kids want to be like Hawaiians. We're like, oh, we want to live in Hawaii, so we're wearing all, yeah. What's up, dude? What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Oh, dude. And I called my drill sergeant dude and bro so many times. Oh man, my chest was out to here after it was over, bro. So I said it right there. Look, it's coming back. And I was wearing flip-flops. And it was January 14th, 1997. Whoa. The average temperature in Waukegan, Great Lakes, Illinois was 50 degrees below. And that, that little accordion, like the breeze, like the thing that connects the snorkel that connects to the airplane so you can get on and off. It was somebody cracked that open. They didn't do their job. There was a little piece. I know it wasn't you, Darius, because you're away at Dean Ice's way out there in Atlanta. I know it wasn't you, bro. So, but dude, that was the very first chest hair or back hair or any body hair that sprouted up that day, because that's all I had to keep me warm, bro. And then they marched me out there, and I'm like, whoa, I'm still a civilian. You guys ain't even broke me in yet. Oh, we're about to. Wait till you see the barber. And they shaved all my hair off, bro, and all calling me California kid and all this stuff. So listen, I've been through what Caleb, the California kid's about to go through right now. He's going through the boot camp he should have done his first year.
Absolutely, I agree.
And I'm down there getting on the bus. Listen, the snow was up to my knees, Trey, and I had surfboard shorts on, and I had flip-flops. So my toes are frozen, bro. They were like purple. It was bad, bro.
Glad you're still with us, man.
I'm glad you're still with us. I've had a lot of stupid decisions since then, man. Hey, don't ever. Hey, if you ever go with me to a Cubs or a Sox game, whatever I'm wearing, double that, maybe triple that. Okay, I always come underdressed. The 2 games I've been to the Bears, I'm still getting credit card applications because they had like these the scarves, and I'm wrapping my arms up in these scarves and stuff and bundling myself up and stuff because I wore shorts and a t-shirt, man.
Oh man,
you can't fix stupid, man. You can't fix stupid.
Wow.
So, anyways, man, that's all I'm saying. I was young. You guys were young. I think you guys made a valid point. I went all the way around the block instead of going across the street. All I'm trying to say is I agree with you guys. I think they're going to knock, he's going to get his teeth cut a little bit this year.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean? But hey, like I said, I'm right on record saying, don't say why me, say try me. Don't say why me, say try me, because if Washington could do it, so could Caleb. If Jaden Daniels could do it, so could, we got over 1,001 in the building.
Wow.
Oh,
shout out to Trent.
Yep. So guys, seriously, that's all I'm trying to say. And I agree with you guys wholeheartedly. I think he's got it. You guys seen him throw those dimes like on a 50-yard as he's rolling out. He's doing the Jordan extended out and all that stuff. I mean, what else listen, look what he did with Jared Goff, and he wasn't even a dual threat quarterback. But you did. Right. Jared Goff almost was like a cheat code. Like Madden don't know what to do with him. The other day I had Jared Goff and he gallied up for 20 yards, bro. I'm like, how the heck did Jared Goff go for 20 yards rushing? So I don't know, Annie up. I mean, where you at with all this? I mean, dude, seriously, can you think of another rookie or second-year quarterback that walk into a position? I don't even think Jaden Daniels did it, Trey. I don't think anybody's been able to walk into this position and have all this in front of them, coaches included, bro.
Well, Jaden had the coaching. I always said I like what Jaden had on the coaching side. He had us. Of course, he had Scary Terry. Their line solid as hell on the O-line side.
I'm not saying you're wrong on that. I'm not saying
Jaden. We were just more they over-talked us and it was overblown, and people like to gas it up so when we fall in our face, they can come and troll us in our comments and all of that stuff. But Jaden had a pretty damn good, solid situation, man. Super Bowl quarterback, not a Super Bowl winner, but a Super Bowl coach. I'm sorry.
No, I posed that wrong. Forgive me. What I'm trying to say is Caleb coming into his second year, Jaden coming into his first year. Now that we got the coaching right, and we dialed our team in a little bit better. Mm-hmm. Try to not look at the commander skins, okay? Yeah. Try not to look at the colors, okay? Just pretend like it's still Chicago. I know it's hard to do, bro. Who would you rather have?
I was always the Caleb guy. I was always a Caleb.
No, I'm talking about the whole squad with coaching and everything, players, all that.
Well, with our coaching now, definitely the Bears.
That's what I'm trying to. That's what I was trying to say. I just said it wrong.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
When you look at the team and the leadership of the team, I think Washington's got a decent thing going on down there. I think they're going to be competitive. They got Philly. They're in a tough division, just like we are. So it's just when it just comes down to, who's going to make bigger plays, who's going to show up. Yeah. I think it's going to be a lot of exciting close games this year because, like I said, you got all these teams and they all want to win. They're doing the same thing we're doing out there. They got their podcast and they're talking about the acquisitions and the leadership and the culture and all of that stuff. So you got. Was kind of, with the NFL, I think you have the most amount of hopeful fan bases, more than any other sport. Yeah, because it's like you got more teams going in thinking like, we actually got a chance. We just do this in the schedule and this and this. I think we can pull it off. It's like even the Browns, fan bases I can say even the Bears, look how hopeful we are considering our recent history. When's the last time we've been in the playoffs? So that we know it's time for a change, and it's like they're making them. They made the moves. It's like now, okay, enough is enough. We did everything we're supposed to do.
Let's go play ball.
It's time to get there. Yeah. And I was like, if they, it's like, of course, like we're watching them and they're not competitive, and I mean, I don't know. It's like, what else can you do? It's like what. It's. I feel like they've made the perfect moves. It's like you always say, man, if that was me, I would have did this. If that was me, that's exactly what I would have done.
And Trey, you're my GM for the future because you picked Culver's, and that's exactly what.
Yeah, I love Culver's. Yeah,
that's exactly what happened. You get the Butterburger right, but you got to nail the sides. You got to nail the sides. Right. And Trey nailed them all, bro. He picked Culver's, man. He could have said like White Castle, and I'd be like, oh God, let me pull up the menu. Find some catfish nuggets or something in there. I don't know. We'll work with something, dip in a little, sauce. I don't know. Hey, let's talk about what Caleb did right, what he has said right, because you guys know I'm not all just one way. Caleb has said some good things, but I did want to call him out on some of his behavior and his immaturity because it is what it is. Okay, but here's what he did right on Kay and Adam's show. You guys, have you ever watched that? Kay Adams and Up and Adams.
That's my girl.
Dude. So he was talking about on Ben, talking about his head coach Ben Johnson, delivering a heartfelt nation to our Bears nation. And here's the breakdown, dude. Caleb said on Ben Johnson, he's tough and I love him. Williams dishes on his growing bond with Johnson from daily choice words to casual lunches. That's what Annie Up talked about earlier, and so did you. And praises the mix of energy and veteran experience on the Bears coaching staff. Here's his message to Bears fans. After years of QB and coach turnover, Williams promises stability. He says, our goal is to be here for a while. Music to Bears fans' ears, right, guys? So, and then he went on to say that Packers fans suck. Fresh off with a Lambeau win in Lambeau Field, 1-0. Williams recounts the wild post-game scene where the Packers fans pelted him with trash after a failed Lambeau leap attempt. He said they suck, and we're here for it. So, like I said, man, I had to give him his roses too, okay? So,
yeah. He gets it.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I'll say to get the fans back on your side.
I don't want to keep hearing people say that our fans say that, oh, that win didn't mean anything. We lost draft picks and all blah. Bro, there's not a single win in the NFL that doesn't mean anything. And also, those guys, come on, man. Like, really? I mean, I lost money. I lost
needed that.
You had, yes.
I bet against the Bears that game,
dude,
bro.
Could you imagine
how important
could you imagine if we would have lost to Green Bay, what they'd be saying now?
Exactly.
On top of that,
only that,
10, bro.
We will be going into this season with an 11-game losing streak. Just wondering, like, hoping to win our first. Like, when are we going to actually win again?
Yeah,
like it would have been so the vibe and the feel, even with the new coaching staff.
Yeah,
that would have been such a huge talking point. Like, this team hasn't won a game since
Trey, talking about your coaching staff, I'm gonna net this. This is the what do they call that? The Marvel. The Avengers? This is the Avengers, bro. Listen to this is the Avengers, guys. I hope you're listening, son. After all the stuff I said about your mom, head coach Ben Johnson, dude. We got Ben Johnson in the building. Offensive coordinator Declan Doyle, guys. Assistant head coach Antoine Randall, and he's wide receivers coach. So they threw a little stank on that because they're like, we can't just make you wide receivers coach. We got to promote and give you a little extra.
I'm going to go ahead and say he's going to get some head coaching interviews next season.
You hush your mouth. I don't want to hear that. He's
that's how good the Bears are going to be. He's going to get some head coaching.
Come on, man. Pay him extra.
I don't want him to go either, but that's how good the Bears are going to be.
Y'all been saving up a lot of money. Don't be listening to Trey, man. Don't be listening to Trey. Okay?
No, he's gonna stay home because this is his home, man.
Trey, I'm praying that this year we get you real close to that Christmas story where they had that the poll and you put your tongue on it because I don't want you to be saying this stuff because they will listen to you, bro. They will. The McCaskies will listen to you. You remember? Hey Trey, you remember that old saying that the McCaskies look at nickels like the size of manhole covers? You start saying stuff like that, and they're watching our show. Well, first they ain't gonna let me in the building ever again. Maybe you guys, but I've already said too much, No, but hey, listen, let's keep going about these Avengers, man. Okay. So listen, we got quarterback coach JT Barrett, which I think is a sleeper pick. I like the fact that he's young, mature, he's young. He played Ohio State, top rated, So offensive line coach Dan Rushire, you could listen. You guys all know our boy Olin Kreutz, man. It's been a long time, maybe the only time we've ever heard him on XApp and on podcasts speak highly about an offensive line coach. Maybe the first time ever, guys. Over 1,200 in the building.
Yeah. All right.
And your favorite right now, I think Annie Up is, or not your favorite, but one of your Avengers is running back coach Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah,
I think he's a sleeper pick, guys.
Man,
dude, tell me why you guys like
a lot of fire under every running back in that room. I think the whole running back room is going to perform well.
Yeah,
I think he's just going to completely turn everything around. I know the running game, like we talked about this earlier, and it might be one of the
guys,
things.
I'm sleeping outside. Look at that. Oh, I'm done. That's a wrap. He's watching. I'm done.
I heard what you said about mine.
He's getting an extra cookie tonight.
And she's gonna be Thanos, and she's
Thanos. She got all the stones, all the Infinity Stones.
Right.
All right, guys, I'm passing all the stones on to you after I get lit up. Okay.
Yeah, to make it up to her, you're gonna have to get her 5 stones.
Whoa. Hey, where's that frozen pull at, man? I need that frozen pull for both of us. Hey, what do you got to say, Annie Up? What do you got to say about Bieniemy, man?
Bieniemy, I think he has the proven track record, but I think he has a huge chip on his shoulder, which a lot of guys on the team are going to have. So it'll be a great marriage, in my opinion. I'm sure he felt like he should have been a head coach somewhere, whether he deserved it or not. I think the guy is it didn't work out well, I think, at his last stop or whatever. But now he's back in the league. We got Ben, we got Declan, we got I don't know much about Declan. Let me not just throw his name out there, but we got Ben, we got Rushire, we got Randall L, JT. We got a bunch of coaches that know what they're doing, come from a really solid past few years and few seasons. And I think it's just like a perfect marriage, man. But I think he has a chip, man, and he wants those guys. And you see, he probably shows those guys a hella clips, like when they're in the running back room. Look at, they keep telling us we should go get Chubb. They keep saying we should go get J.K. Dobbins. Look at that, guys. They don't have him. They don't know. And
bro.
Yeah,
that is fire, bro.
They've been
doing
it all year.
The 48-minute 20 second. You guys remember this number? I got to go clip that. That was a bar, dude. That was
because that's something we hit on earlier too in our conversation. I said I think Swift is going to show out, man, because it's like you got all this talk about what veteran running back do we have to bring in the building. He's like, man, I'm already here.
Take your job.
Let me show you what I can do with some competent blocking. Yeah.
Now, I will tell you this much. Tight end coach Jim Dre, he came back from the former regime. I'll let that slide, but I wasn't excited about it. He was one of the ones that snuck in here with the special teams coach, right? But offensive pass game coordinator, Press Taylor. I'll be honest, I don't know a whole lot about this guy. Assistant offensive line coach. I did hear good things about Kyle Devin. I did hear he's a good offensive line coach. So that's good that we got two of them to collaborate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Offensive assistant, QB and wide receivers, Robbie Picasso. I think that's where you got a guy in Antoine Randall that's going to be taking care of all that.
Yeah.
He's just going to be there, maybe go get me a water or a grease board or something. You know what I'm saying?
What's Press Taylor's what's his position coach again? What's he coaching again? Press Taylor?
Offensive pass game coordinator.
Yeah, I didn't hear good things about him, but I try not to go off that. Although when those Seahawks fans rushed us last year, or whenever last offseason, it was like, guys, this is a huge mistake. I was like, well, we just wait and see, and they were right. But they said keep Press Taylor as far away from Caleb as we possibly can. And with Ben in the building, and with Ben and JT, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, what up, King Booker? Salute you guys, man. Vizzo, Joe. Cubs is getting a body count right. It's not looking good for them, man. Speaking of which, I know we're talking football, but let's talk a little basketball just for a second. First off, let's go ahead and talk some Bulls news, man.
Yes.
Okay. Next week, did you guys see the news? Who we're bringing in Monday night?
Oh, we got Cartwright.
Huh?
Who we got? Cartwright.
Yeah, Bill Cartwright. Bill Cartwright, yeah. Yep. So you guys are more than welcome, since it's your show and I'll be hijacking it to hop on.
Oh yeah, I'll be here for it. I gotta give me some. I'll have my script ready for that.
Okay, all right, for sure, man. You talking about paper script, right? Just kidding, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have one too, man. I definitely need one for that guy. I got to get studied up and be ready for that. I think this one, in particular, is just off the cuff. You really for tonight's show. You know, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're just three guys talking, and you know, but yeah, man, seriously, that is one heck of a. I missed the special teams, didn't I? I didn't put him in there.
Oh, Hightower. Well, he goes without saying.
Yeah, and I'm glad we got him because, hey, dude, I tell you what, without some of those returns, hey, those were pretty good. You know, on that kicker and the punter, I thought we had a pretty good season. You know, all in all. So, and I think we're gonna have a good return season too, don't you guys?
We got some studs back there. We got
the speed.
I like that kid from Washington that they picked up, Ozempic or Ozempa Luba.
Zacchaeus.
Zacchaeus. He ain't coming on the show, dude. He's like, you call me Ozempic, trash. But you know, dude, I heard a lot of good. Hey, I watched some of his freaking. I had a show on here. And I showed some of his highlights. He's sneaky good, man. And how are they gonna listen? How big of a family did you grow up with, Annie up and Trey? Did you have a lot of brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I got 2 older sisters.
Okay,
so I'm just surrounded by women, and they just couldn't get any words in, just sitting there, just and I was the youngest too, so
yeah. What about you, Annie? Up?
I only got one sister, but I have a slew of brothers. I got 5 brothers.
Okay, so you're from the same, you're cut from the same cloth as me, 5 and 3. So 5 brothers. So here's the deal. So my mom, every story that I ever tell you from my childhood is going to end wrong. Okay. I'm just going to let you know right now. Okay. So, well, I don't know if you guys remember Burger King back in the day when they had it was like the 2 for $3 or 2 for $4 Whopper deal on Wednesdays. Okay. So my mom would go do that. She'd grab a bag, and everybody back then would get 2 because it was affordable. It probably was more like $3 is probably what it was, I'd say. Because 8, so it's right under $30 for all of us. Now you could barely get 2 meals for that cost, right, guys? Right. But one day I put my little hands in the bag, and I go grab my 2 Whoppers, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" I'm grabbing my 2 burgers. No, you get 1. I'm like, I get 2. We always get 2. I don't know what happened that day. It was a bad day. She probably been through some stuff through the day, and then I just added to it. And guess what? She came at me full throttle, bro. I took those burgers and I darted outside, but I went through the back.
You still got the burgers?
I still got my burgers. But what happened next is tragic. She takes her spoon that she always used to whoop my butt with, amongst many other things, and she threw it at my head, and I dodged like Matrix. Still got the burgers in my hand. I didn't drop those. And her metal spoon, yeah.
With the burger.
Right. Hey, dude, and that spoon hit her really nice china cabinet, guys, and it shattered.
Oh,
I wish it would have hit me in the head and I would have lost a tooth, because then it was worse after that. Like I hid out all night like a stakeout against my own house. I was like, is the lights off? Is the lights off? Can I come in? Can I come in? Yeah, it was bad, bro. So
I felt that, bro.
But my point is, how in the heck is Ben Johnson going to figure out how to feed all his kids?
See, the thing is like, if we're like, this is how you solve everything. You feed them a W, because when you're winning, all this. Okay.
You don't care about your numbers, right?
Right. As long as if we're winning, like we can all celebrate. So feed them a W.
Yeah, good.
Like
good
Jameis Winston, we gonna eat W's.
Yeah. You agree with that, Andy? Up? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, mostly yes. Oh, well, I agree with it wholeheartedly. Also, just to add on, I think with Ben being such a psychopath on the offensive side, he'll find a way in different sets and get people out there. I just feel like this guy, until someone figures him out, like, I think he's really going to run it up on these people, man. We're going to see something out there we haven't seen in a long time, probably since the Cutler days, seriously. So I think he'll figure out a way to keep some of these guys fed. And you got availability. We haven't heard from I don't know what's going on with Burton. I mean, I'm sure he'll be ready for camp, but if you're there, you're there. If you're not, next man up. So I think he'll figure out what his sets and his little his packages. I think he'll figure out how to get these dogs to rock.
Yeah, I mean, because I was talking to Trax about this earlier. I said, I need to look this up too, but I said, I wonder what the point differential was for the Lions last year, because they were
running it up
at a very high rate. And, the offense was just completely lighting them up. And so hopefully we can expect some very potent offense.
Yeah, we need it. It's been a while since we could sit our guys down and have the backups play, man. Like, come on.
And to your point, what you just said there, that's another bar at 57 minutes. Here's the deal. The deal is that most of the time, what Trey was just saying is 100% accurate, but they did it with their backups. They did it with their second string. They did it with their third string. Heck, they might even have had the practice squad. I'm telling you right now, calling all cars, they had 14, 17 guys out. Like, they had a record in the history of ever, most guys out. But it didn't even look like
defense.
it. Like Trey said, dude, they were just killing it. Like, every game, the point margin differential is ridiculous, man.
Right.
And we forgot, because they were killing it at such a high level, that they were doing it with backups, dude. Like, they don't even know what they're starting.
Embarrassing teams. It was like embarrassing. How they beat Dallas in Dallas. They're up like 40 points.
Mauled them.
That's bad. That's
bad. All right, it's 40-3, and it's like the announcers are ashamed to say the score. Like, it's 43
Bro,
guys.
I got to come on your cat show more often. 1,324 in the building, man. 1,324.
They love us
you
on Monday, man.
Tell everybody to like and subscribe, and tell them what they can get if they do.
Dude, this guy is freaking. That's a bar right there. 58 minutes. I love this. Okay, so let me get to it. Where's it at? Oh man,
I was looking for it, but my eyes are like, I can't see.
You're good.
I was trying to. There we go.
All right, folks. Here's what you can do. Every month, at the end of the month, starting next month, James Childers, who's in the building, who's in the chat, he won. All you have to do is hit. Oh man, look at these guys. They're better than Vanna White, man. This is good. All you have to do is hit the like and subscribe button and comment to qualify. You have to pull up that QR code on the YouTube. You got the Facebook there, and you also got the Twitter. Make sure you're a part of all of our communities, man. We got a lot of good stuff going on. And you enter in to win a jersey of your choice. My man, James Childers, he chose Thuney, and I understand why. You want to talk about a Pro Bowler, a Super Bowler? I mean, hey, man, probably changing the whole face of our offensive line.
Yeah.
But that's all you guys got to do, man. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share this video, show up, be a regular every day. We'll look at you in the chat. And the next month, you guys are going to get a jersey of your choice. And like James said, it came in like Jimmy John's, man, freaky fast. I got it to his door faster than the word of God, man.
All right.
So,
amen.
Yeah. It's supper time.
Right.
You see that one guy, he was coming in there about the cheese curds. You got to get the cheese curds.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Culvers, man.
Yeah, right here. Dobbsy says this, man. Hey, Culvers, if you're listening, we'll sponsor us, man. Sponsor us.
Let's go, Culvers. I spend a lot of good money at Culvers now.
We'll work for cheese curds. We can be bought.
Right.
We can be bought.
Right. This show is sponsored, Brian. Right.
My mom's looking down from heaven. You got your burgers now, kid. You got your burgers now. Oh man.
With the wooden spoon in hand.
I'm waiting till you get up here. You ain't gonna run away from this one. King Booker says they should have won both games against Green Bay. I agree with that. That's what Trey's been trying to tell me all day. Yeah.
That one time. They got us the second time.
Yeah, they got us fair and square the second one, but that first one.
Yeah, that first game was ours. I really thought we had that one.
And I don't want to give away Wednesday night show too much, but there is, Tuesday night show, Annie Up show with KB. No, not Annie Up. Because you're over here now. AB and KB are on Tuesday, man. I got to keep up with it, man. So here's the deal. Tomorrow night, they're going to be talking a little bit about the North. There's a lot of heat right now, and I feel like with all of this smoke and everybody's been talking and getting real chippy, not just Caleb, but the coaches. You got Ben Johnson being chippy with the head coach
Green Bay.
Over in Green Bay.
Yeah.
So that's what their show is going to be about. And I think it's going to be real
nice. Matt LaFleur's got to be pissed. He's pissed. I know he's so pissed about what Ben Johnson said because he's like, yeah, I enjoy beating them twice a year. I'm like, this motherfucker.
That's what we need.
Yeah. But Green Bay, they always bring it when they play the Bears anyway, but I just can't. I mean, it's our time, man. I mean, okay, so when you look at the Packers and the moves that they made as a team, like I feel like they didn't get any better. I mean,
but the thing with the Packers is they never get bad, bro. That's the thing.
Yeah,
it is what it is. They know how to draft. They know how to develop their guys. I don't mind.
Right, because they're so young. They have such a young team.
They got somebody who's gonna step in for Jair. If not, they're gonna make the right move. They're gonna be solid. We know this. But my thing is they go get guys like the Cooper guy, the linebacker. I think he's it was a rookie last year. I'm not sure, but I wasn't thinking about that dude. And then I checked them out like, whoa, like they got good scouts, man. Good scouting team over there. So I expect the Packers to be the Packers. I'm still not sold on Jordan Love just being the guy. But he's nowhere near a bum, of course. I'm not gonna be out there lying.
No, he just kind of makes big mistakes sometimes. He'll have a good game and then throw 3 picks in the fourth quarter. I'm like, boo, dude, what?
If we want to talk about body language now, he doesn't do the Caleb pouting thing, but he has this he's aloof to me, bro. Like he's extremely aloof, especially at the quarterback position. Like I don't know, man. Again, he's a good QB. I don't know. He just doesn't do it for me though, bro. I don't think he's going to beat that.
But Annie Up, I will say something to your point. You're talking about that linebacker in the undrafted free agents and all that stuff. Go back and look because if you go back and look at Detroit, and I really didn't do my homework on them until this year when they had all the bodies. Yeah. When all, the streets need a body all over, man. 14 of them, whatever it was, 14, 17. I was like Black Rob all over it. Like, whoa, dude. Like every guy, I was like, what the heck? He was on Detroit. Right. He was on Detroit. I think that's going to happen a lot, man. I think we're going to see some guys that are not your everyday household names pull up and be like, dude. So there might be some guys already on the roster that we're going to be like, whoa about, you know. I mean, I'm excited about it, and I think what good coaching does that. You know, I think good coaching is going to do that, man. Keith said something. Is this accurate? I'm sure it is. If Keith said it, I'm not doubting his. You know,
Burden's out due to contract.
Burden is out due to contract. Got to get him signed. Is he not?
I didn't know he wasn't signed.
I mean, I have not, to my recollection, I have not heard that he signed. So it is very well possible. And yeah, Bishop's usually on point with stuff. So. James says, I'm in total agreement with you on that one, Bishop. He needs to be signed for sure.
Wow.
Thuney's going to be an anchor on our offensive line for sure, Tracks. I busted out the jersey for sure. Yeah, he had a proud papa moment with that jersey, man. The Packers know who they are as a team culture, which helps them draft. I do think they may take a slight step back because of loss on defensive side of the ball. I agree, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Like you said, the thing with Jordan Love too is like I like I said, I don't think he's a garbage quarterback at all. But I'm not. You know, he's not. You know how we were worried about. Oh no, there they go again. Rodgers, like fire Rodgers. And I don't feel that way about Jordan.
No, I agree. I agree, bro.
No. And, you know, here's another thing, too. I think they got really good rooms and nobody's getting chippy. Everybody's getting along. There's no issues. There's no problems that I know of, you know. So I think we're in good shape, guys. Hey, that's about a wrap. We've been here for a little over an hour, and, man, it was killing it. Over 1,400 in the building. Right. Guys, like Trey said, make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe button. Be here every Monday. Annie Up and Trey will be in the building, man. And, hey, guys, thanks for having me, man. You guys are awesome. You guys got a great show for sure. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? You got any shows coming up, Trey? Where can they find you? Annie Up. I seen you in the studio, man. You got.
I'm working, man. I got you. I didn't forget about you, bro.
No. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about that. I saw.
Work is work. Music is music.
But talk about that.
You can get with this, or you can get with that.
But yeah.
No. You had a song, and I liked it. Man, I wish. I liked it on Instagram. You had the screen in front of you, and you had the lyrics in front of you. What was that?
I'll have to get back to you on that, but you know I will.
Yeah. No, man, that was awesome. That was awesome. I love looking at all that stuff. Content creators, you too, Trey. I love hearing what you got going on and all this and that. Trey, where can they find you? What's going on, man? Tell them.
Hey, you can find me on all social media outlets and platforms at Trey Tunes. That's TraeTunes.
Tell them where you're spinning, big dog. Tell them where you're spinning, man.
Yeah, I got a karaoke set at Bar 91 on 91st and Ashland in Chicago. Every Tuesday, every Wednesday, I have a karaoke set at Randy's Lounge, 75th and Cottage Grove. Every Thursday, I have a karaoke set at Reynolds Lounge. That's not too far from Randy's. It's also like right off 75th and Cottage Grove. Okay. And like I also do private events, weddings. I did a wedding last Friday. It was 7 hours, and oh my God, yeah. But you know, I do all formats of music. Quinceañeras, bar mitzvahs. I do it all.
What you need, you got it, y'all.
Right. Hey, got the money for it. I got the music.
Tell them the spot that you pull up at every week that's attached to the chicken Harold's Chicken, bro.
Oh yeah, that's a Bar 91.
That's my neighborhood. That's my neighborhood.
That's a Tuesday. It's a Bar 91 that's attached to Harold's Chicken, and you can come in, get your drink, order the food, they'll bring the food over to you, and then sing a song about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch you up there, bro. Like I say, that's my community, man. I'm gonna catch you up there one of these days.
Oh, okay, yeah, but it's right not too far from Beverly, right over that way.
Absolutely, that's my.
And
community.
You said you can order Harold's from the place, right? It's right there. The guy owns it. That's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
Oh man.
And the bartenders are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, hey, that's it. Oh, Keith has a correction real quick. He says, correction, there have been a few second rounders who received more than hefty guaranteed money, which created this conundrum. So maybe he's, waiting to get everything. I see what he's saying. Yeah.
I doubt. Okay.
Man, make yourself available, man. It's like he's hurt, want guaranteed money. I get it. I guess the NFL is more of a business now more than anything. And you can't really get mad at these players. Because on the other side of the ball, they're all about business. They'll drop a player in a heartbeat. Cut them.
Get them out of there.
Up in your whole life, you got to move. You take your kids out of school.
Cool.
So them wanting some guaranteed money. You
give them the money, man. Give them the money, man. That's who watches no sports watch more than football, man. Get these guys the money. It's been a blast, y'all. You guys follow me at The Real Annie Up everywhere. I got music. I got shows coming this summer. I'll post those later down the road once I get concrete dates. Man, we really appreciate y'all. The chat turned up for us. We had some great input. And guys, it's always a treat when Bears fans meet.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're out.
All right.
Peace out.
Let's get it, fellas. I need everything you got. 4 quarters of domination. Play
4
like
quarters.
anyone that ever doubted you can sit in the stands right now. Play for the man standing next to you. I need fundamentally sound football, fellas. I want you to hit everything moving. Let's click fast. Let's get them, guys.
This is Annie Up, guys. Go check them out.